For the past 18 months, this therapeutic community has been providing intense therapy for recovery, not just release. We take a closer look in part 2 of Beyond the Bars.
I've lost everything a few times over. This time I've lost my kids, I've lost everything.
I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired.
I got secrets that only I know about, and I beat myself up over them.
A convict's confession.
Most of my life has been a lie on the outside, along with being on the inside.
The truth lies here, beyond the brightly decorated halls and through what's called the magic door, in a room where secrets are uncovered.
The thing they teach us here, you're only sick as your secrets. And I was a pretty sick unit.
It's magic in this room. You can't explain what happens in here because it's a gift greater than any of us can, explain.
It's part of the full family function, an intense therapeutic program for 42 Wildwood inmates with some form of addiction, most in for violent acts, fueled by alcohol and drugs.
I was originally released. I was so angry that I was a walking time bomb.
One that exploded, resulting in multiple assault charges for Daniel McManus after a barroom brawl. It was multiple DWIs for Alfred Meyer, the last one critically injuring an elderly woman. And for Jim Biggs.
I've hurt everybody I've ever known, either stole from them, hurt them physically, mentally.
Multiple assaults against family members. And for Sean Paxleon, assaults against rival gang members.
I just want to be a part of something.
And the inmates say they found it here in this year-long program they volunteered for to overcome their addictions.
A lot of prisoners don't want to overcome them. They're simply doing their time, they'll get out, and they'll be back. These guys are different. I'm very proud of them. They don't want to come back, and that's as good as it gets. That's why we're the Department of Corrections.
And on this day, a new addition. Inmate Robert Eilers comes downstairs to this unit where convicts call each other family.
That's something you want to do?
Yes, ma'am.
Well, then on behalf of the therapeutic community and staff, buckle up, baby. We're going to take you for a ride.
For many of these guys, they've never been welcomed anywhere. They've never had congratulations for finishing 8th grade. They've never been praised by a father for catching a ball in Little League. They've never had any of the things that we take for granted.
And like for the first 30 days that they're here, it's almost like a blackout because they're like, they cannot believe just the love.
It's quite the welcome, it really was. I'm looking forward to coming into the program and getting down to business.
There's no choice. It's initiation by storm, where Eilers already reveals his own dark secrets.
I've lost everything, lost my family, my wife.
Encouraged to open up, to deal with his crack addiction and what happened in life to lead to those cravings.
There's tears that get cried, and it's the first time in their life that it's a safe place that they're able to drop the negative and the pain and the wounds and start pulling out the porcupine quills that keep festering.
They've made me realize that I don't have to be a liar. I can tell them anything, and they'll still love me and be my friends, and I don't have to be something that I'm not.
The miracle of the program is there's no consequences for telling the truth. For some reason, I never understand why when you tell the truth, you're punished. I don't get it.
And in this group, facing the truth often means returning to the past.
Why are you so mad? Don't you love me, Dad?
Hurtful times, most of the inmates abused as children, abusive as adults. They see themselves in this. By breaking them down, they can be rebuilt, stronger this time, yet more sensitive. a way to break the cycle.
All my life, I've always worked around all the pain. Here, you learn to deal with the pain and work through the pain and learn how to grow from your pain.
While it's too early to tell just how successful this program is, too early to tell who might be coming back, one indication of its success is a convict, Michael Brown, who actually chose to stay a year longer than his sentence to help others, knowing where he would be without the program.
I'd be out right now selling drugs again, doing some kind of scam. I would be lost. I would be lost.
Healing each other through a cleansing, a renewal of spirits, by sharing their most personal pain.
Miracles happen for me in this place, man. You see them every day, you feel them every day. You can't explain it, man. There's no explaining it. You just trust the process.
It's a miracle to watch them come in, broken men, and when they leave, they're standing tall and proud, and the light shining back in their spirit again.
Just trust the process.
Counselors say the program does not work for everybody. There have been some inmates sent out of the program and back to the general prison because it just didn't work out. Counselors make it clear they emphasize accountability. Inmates must take responsibility for what they've done and what they do. Some prisoners could be recommended for early release after they complete the program, depending on how they do. The program, once again, is funded through a federal grant and a matching state grant.
Let's hope they head down the right track.
I hope so.
With the news, Maria Downey takes us into a therapeutic community at a place that focuses on recovery, not just release.
Buckle up, baby. We're going to take you for a ride.
Robert Eilers has journeyed downstairs to a very different unit at Wildwood, deciding on this day he'd start on his road to recovery.
My addiction is crack cocaine, and I'm here to get over my addiction and start a new life.
Good morning, family. My name is Marcus.
Prisoners volunteer for the program, a therapeutic community now about 18 months old, where 42 men get intense therapy for up to a year to deal with addictions and a life that has led to these unhealthy needs.
You know, it ain't easy. This is not easy. This is the hardest thing I've ever done in my entire life. Everything since you were a little kid will be brought up.
But some victims might still see all this as too easy for these inmates. Many here for violent acts along with addictions.
The common element and what justifies this is the word hope. And I want a prisoner to get out of here with hope. I want him to, when he becomes my neighbor, when he becomes your neighbor, I want him to have some hope about beating his addictions, about living a pro-social life, about not coming back to Wildwood.
Counselors say one way is by making inmates accountable for what they've done and what they do. The first step, finally telling the truth.
Most of my life has been a lie on the outside, along with being on the inside.
A place where secrets are uncovered and the truth is rewarded.
I've been in this program for 7.5 months, and something very magical has happened within my heart. And I feel, for the first time in 14 years, that I'm ready to live.
The true test will come when these inmates become citizens again, if they repent or return. Maria Downey, Channel 2 News.
Well, that program costs about $350,000 a year, and it's funded through a federal grant and matching state funds.
And it's too early to find out statistically yet just how successful the program is. Well, finally,